Thank you for stopping by GardenStateWeather.com, New Jersey and the Northern Mid-Atlantic region's weather news portal. I'm forecaster Robert Smith, and this is our Thursday, September 29, 2011 edition of the Daily Video Forecast. Another busy morning here into the northern New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area, including all of portions of Pennsylvania, the lower Hudson Valley. We got a slew of watches and warnings here. Right along the coast, coastal flood advisories until this afternoon, astronomical high tides there, and also coastal flood advisories into the New York City metropolitan area up towards Yonkers and out towards central Long Island. Interior New Jersey, especially northwestern New Jersey, we've got a slew of flash flood watches until 5 o'clock tonight across Sussex County, and also aerial flood warnings until 8 o'clock this morning, which are just about to expire. And additional flood warnings until tonight across portions of the Raritan River here in central New Jersey, just north of Trenton, as a result of flooding rains that came through this morning through those areas. In fact, there's some road closures this morning in portions of Mount Olive and Hackettstown, according to 511 info. Out in the Poconos area, aerial flood warnings until this morning. This whole area, though, will continue to be watched during this afternoon for additional heavy downpours that could cause local flooding. Now, I've checked the river basins, and we'll do that now. And again, this is coming in from the Water Watch from the U.S. Geological Survey. The areas, the dots in black here show that water is flowing very rapidly, 1,500 to maybe over 2,000 cubic feet per second in these rivers across Warren County, portions of Sussex County, and also portions of central New Jersey. And this just means that the water is flowing heavily through these areas, though we don't have any major flooding that's ongoing, although there are areas in the Raritan around Clinton off 78 where there are flash flood warnings for this morning as a result of flooding occurring in that general area. Temperatures are pretty uniform this morning. The dew points and temperatures all in the upper 60s and lower 70s, so the air is saturated today. No question about that. The showers and thunderstorms that were across northwestern New Jersey early this morning are now going into central New York up the Hudson Valley. And there is some more convection, pulse-type convection beginning to fire up across the waters just off the New Jersey and Delmarva coast. And there are other disturbances in this general flow that will ignite precipitation across this area during today. Now, the reason is because we've got a warm front that's lying through central New Jersey. The winds are southeast, and then they veer to the south behind the front, and then the cold front lying across the Pennsylvania, central Pennsylvania. Behind that, temperatures drop off significantly into the 60s and 50s, and the air begins to dry out noticeably. So this is where the triple point is going to be located today. And the Mid-Atlantic Water Vapor Loop shows our triple point here, occluded front across just west of the Poconos, warm front snaking down through central New Jersey off the New Jersey coast, and then a cold front. So where these frontal areas meet here, this is called a triple point. So we see one batch of convection moved through Pennsylvania and then into New York. Portions of northwestern New Jersey got hit, Sussex and Warren County during the overnight hours. Here comes more cloud tops now building just south of the warm front now through the Delmarva. So this whole area today, especially along the triple point, as this front moves through the area during this afternoon and tonight, and the warm front lifts north, it's going to become very unstable, and multiple Cape values are going to increase this afternoon. There's also going to be a lot of shear available potential, so any of the rain could also be producing some vorticity, some shear in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere, and that means some rotation in some of the thunderstorms. It's not also impossible to see some small hail across this area of northwestern New Jersey and parts of the northeastern Pennsylvania region along the triple point as precipitation develops and moves over it during this afternoon into a colder sector just to the north and west. And the National Weather Mosaic shows the rain now going into central New York State and up 87 and 84 proper. Here comes more showers and thunderstorms developing over the Virginia Capes here. And still with that pesky upper level low just to the north and west here across the Great Lakes, more showers and thunderstorms developing across central Pennsylvania and into northwestern New York. Now, it looks like we may see a little bit of a break here this morning. We even could get some sunshine this afternoon as the warm front gets closer and then over us. But the area after the front passes is the area to watch along the triple point this afternoon, and that's where we're expecting an igniting of rainfall, and some of it could be locally heavy, and that's why flashier streams and rivers will have to be monitored because they're already excessively high. That's why the flash flood watches, aerial flood warnings, you name it, they all continue through this afternoon and this evening and may have to be renewed locally as rainfall develops across this region. All right, this is going to be a little convoluted of a forecast, but here comes the cold front through the area during this afternoon. Fronts and pressures here show the best lifting of showers and thunderstorms along the occluded front just north of the area, the warm front now through central New York. Here comes the cold front. Surface low pressure wave developing along the Virginia Capes. This area is still primed. It may just be an area just to the north of the area and an area to the south of our forecast area that gets the rain, but right now it still looks possible that we could still see some significantly heavy downpours this afternoon, and some of those downpours could also contain some lightning and also some hail across the Poconos in northwest Jersey. It would be small hail. Freezing levels are about 12,000, 13,000 feet, and they'll be dropping precipitably throughout the afternoon and evening as the front passes as well. As we get into the overnight hours, the front is now off the shore, but here comes another cold front. This is a stronger cold front now associated with the still weakening upper level low across the upper Great Lakes. And this cold front will be moving through the area, so probably anticipating a break in the action from this afternoon and evening into the overnight hours. As we get through the morning, that cold front gets closer. There's still a chance of showers across the Poconos into northwestern New Jersey, the New York City metropolitan area, especially in the afternoon and evening as the cold front draws near. And this upper low here across the Great Lakes, you see it's already occluding, so this is going to actually close off too over the weekend to cause a little bit more of a nuisance in the forecast than we originally thought. And as we get through Friday night, that cold front moves off the coast, and here's another front now. This is another cold front that's developing over the eastern Great Lakes. The low is beginning to weaken, open up a little bit, and cold high pressure beginning to spill in from off in central Canada, just southwest of Hudson's Bay, ridging all the way down through the central plains. Now, this closed low is probably going to close off, actually, and linger across the New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area this weekend. Cold pockets of instability. We could even see showers as a couple of disturbances race across it on northwest winds Friday night through Saturday afternoon, and it could take until Saturday evening before the skies totally clear altogether. The big change in the forecast will be the drop of temperatures from the 70s through the 60s and then into the 50s with gusty northwest winds on Saturday, and probably remain in the mid-50s to around 60 degrees throughout the New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia metropolitan area this weekend, with modification as the wind flow becomes more westerly aloft and near the surface during the early part of next week. So some nice weather coming up, but we're going to have to wait probably till Sunday and eventually Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week for this forecast to become generally dry and take some of the saturation out of the ground. So running a little short on time today for the broadcast, but do be mindful this afternoon and this evening for heavier showers and thunderstorms that could produce additional flashier streams, small urban and street flooding across the area. Monitor the National Weather Service and also our Twitter alerts here on GardenStateWeather.com for the latest. And we'll be back bright and early on Friday morning. For GardenStateWeather.com, I'm forecaster Robert Smith. Be safe out there and have a good Thursday.